rationalizing the denominator. So we start with easy ones and get harder and harder. So the first one, we just multiply top and bottom with the third. That would give me square root 5 over 5. Nice and easy. Next one, we just multiply top and bottom. Square root 15 over square root 15, which equal over 15. Yeah, we're still using the same rules from the last video. We could break this down into square root 9 times square root 6. No, square root 9 times square root 5. So that would be square root 5, 3 square root 5 over 15. And now cancel that down to square root 5 over 5. Yeah, so 3 goes into 15 5 times. Next up, in this form, we have to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate, which means 1 minus square root 3 over. So we just do the opposite sign. 1 minus square root 3. Times 1 is 1 minus square root 3 on top over, and then we do our double brackets, which we looked at last video. 1 plus square root 3 minus square root 3 minus 3, which equals 1 minus square root 3 over, cancels out, the 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Okay, next up we'll do the same here. Multiply by square root 8 plus square root 7 over square root 8 plus square root 7. Now the reason we do that is we just want to get rid of the square root in the denominator. And you can see how using the conjugate gets rid of the square root eventually. So this one's going to be 5 square root 16 add 5 square root 14 over 8 minus 8 square root 8 times square root 7. Oh, I could have just do 8 times 7, 56 plus square root 56 minus 7. Okay, so that equals, because square root 7 times square root 7 is 7. So the top, we could leave square root 16 is 4, 5 times 4 is 20. Can you break this down? No, we can't. So that should be 14. Over, so they cancel each other out. 8 minus 7 is 1. Yeah. Or we could just leave it as this. That'd be our answer here. Okay, so next up, last two we're going to look at is exactly the same method. You just do the double brackets on the top and bottom. Let's quickly go through that. Add square root 2 over square root 3 square root 2. That will give us square root 6 minus, so 2 times 3 square root 6 minus square root 6 here and 2 times 3 is plus 4, and minus 9 over minus 9. So this one should be minus 3. And so this one should be plus 2 minus 3. Okay, I'm going to redo this one again. So square root 2 times square root 3 is square root 6. Square root 2 times square root 2 is plus 2. Square root 3 times square root 3 is minus 3. And then square root 3 minus square root 3 times square root 2 is minus square root 6 over, do the same at the bottom. Just going to do it quickly. 3 plus square root 6 minus square root 6 minus 2. So that gives us 1 on the bottom. So cancels, and 3 minus 2 is 1. And cancel. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. The final answer. And over here, so what we do here first is I'm going to expand the bracket here first. So 1 over 3 minus square root 2, 3 minus square root 2, that will equate to 1 over 9 minus 3 square root 2 minus 3 square root 2 plus 2. That will equate to 1 over 9 and 2 is 11, minus 3 is minus 6 square root 2. And now we do the conjugate of this. So 1 over 11 minus 6 square root 2 times by 11 plus 6 square root 2 over 11 plus 6 square root 2. That will equate to 11 plus 6 square root 2 on top over 11 times 11 is 121 plus 66 square root 2 minus 66 square root 2, and here the last term, minus 6 times 6 is minus 36, and then square root 2 times square root 2 is 2, so 36 times 2 is going to give me 72, and that equates to 11 plus 6 square root 2. Again, cancels, 121 minus 72 is 49. So that will equate 49. And that's our final answer. And that's it for this video.